He doesn't actually have bad breath. Why do you keep saying that like it's stated as a fact?
Okay, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that next scene because it wasn't stated as the fact, but they bumped her breath. And listen, if you're gonna keep bumping motherfuckers' breath for a whole show, like from season 1 to season 5, you got bad breath.
Yeah. We'll get to that because there is some evidence.
Yeah,
yeah, there is evidence.
Says her breath like train smoke. Hello. Welcome to Mass Debaters. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and I said Jerome in the house. I watch your mouth without a doubt in your mouth. And the shirt I have on, is it says I was raised by 90s TV. Shout out to one of my favorite YouTube creators of all time, CT Clayton Thomas. I love all his content.
Is that the dude you've been on
a show twice?
Mm-hmm. Got you.
Yeah. And
he's hilarious.
Yeah, and this shirt is literally it goes with the show and my life because I was raised by 90s TV. And these are my friends. Say hello, friends.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Eminem Tacky. Now, just remember, I may be married, but I am a player from where?
The Himalayas.
Cam, look at Cam.
No one told me that they were going to have these little Martin introductions. Not that I would have
had to,
but I at least would have been.
I just pulled that out
for y'all. It's your girl Cam, back for another week. It's the last week to vote for us, and you know who you are. Anyway, I'm ready. Let's just put it like that. I'm ready.
I'm ready. All right.
Hey, this is your boy CJ, aka Mama Payne's anger management specialist.
So this is Mass Debaters, home of community debates, where we debated some of the most unlikeliest topics, just like the one topic we have today, because another topic is just a conversation. So as Cam said, there's only a couple of days to vote for us, and I'm really hoping that this episode will be out by the time the people can still vote.
That's up to you, bro.
I'm gonna try my best. I'm not gonna lie. All right. With that being said, I do want to shout out some podcasts that helped us in the voting process. They either voted for us, put something about us on their podcast or on their social media. So here's a couple. Shout out to the Rare Eye Hour podcast. It's a random podcast to talk about a bunch of random shit. All right. Shout out to the Scottish Murders podcast. It's a true crime podcast, which I didn't know that was like their own community. Like a true crime podcast community is just the biggest.
Oh my God! What?
The biggest one.
That is the biggest podcast community in the world.
Shit.
For the longest time running, Serial is the #1 podcast in the world.
Like true crime is a thing that people always end up loving.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I listen to My Favorite Murder. I listen to Serial. I listen to a lot of like unsolved mystery podcasts just because I'm a morbid fuck anyways. But I love true crime shit, and it's huge and extremely popular.
Yeah. All right, a shout out to You Didn't Ask for This podcast. Shout out to Layer Kick English podcast. It's a comedy podcast. Shout out to It's a Musical podcast, a podcast about musicals.
I'm sorry, what? How have we not had to hook up with these people?
Shout out to Hospital Tea podcast. Shout out to Moral Combat podcast. It's literally us, except for a different name. They debate and about the
did you say shit. Mortal or moral?
Moral.
Okay, so like combat. I have morals.
Yes, moral.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's not
combat.
Shout out to Id, Ego, and Us podcast. All right. Shout out to When Cinephiles Attack is a movie review podcast. Ooh. Obviously, shout out to Nerd in Texas. And shout out to my favorite podcast outside of us, which is Bad Cancel. Shout out to them. My favorite podcast. They had me dying yesterday when I say podcast when somebody wrote in and said that their son is sexually aroused by Pokemon. Oh my goodness, that shit was hilarious. But
Did you say which Pokemon?
no, but what Jack on the podcast did say that if he had to fuck a Pokemon, he would fuck me off.
Well, y'all can say his name. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm going with.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to hear anything bad about Twilight ever again.
Oh my god! With that being said, topic. So today episode's all about the show Martin. All right. All right.
I'm the man.
Last year, Kim and I did the top black sitcoms of the 90s, and Martin did come in number one. I would never pick him. I think we both said we did have Martin number one,
and that was voted on by our peers, correct?
Everybody, it was like 400 votes almost. I had to do tallies. 400 votes.
Did you promote it mainly on Facebook? Is what I'm saying.
Facebook and my Instagram and Facebook, Instagram, and I want to say TikTok, yeah. All right. So it made number one. Kim and I both said that we didn't think it should be number one. We both like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Don't get me wrong.
That should have been number one.
I had it in my top five. But it came up number one, so we can't knock it. I love Martin. We all love Martin. It's a classic. This show is all about the show Martin. So, topic number one, we are going to do the best Martin episode.
So, honorable mention.
Don't take long.
I don't remember the episode titles, nor do I remember their official season and episode number. However, season 1 Halloween episode where they punk Martin in his own house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A1.
That was a good one.
I believe beginning of season 2, your intro to Bruh Man.
Fifth flow.
Fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth.
There's an episode where Kid from King Play.
Forever Shanae.
Yes.
Shanae wins a date on the radio show, and they go on a date at her, and she can't. It's freaking hilarious. And I love Shanae. He was like, "You want some live entertainment?" He was like, "Yeah, cool." She gets up and she's like,
"Oh,
absolutely A1." The episode where Martin wants to be a big baller and talk stuff to a professional boxer, gets his boxed in, and he ends up looking like a freaking double XL pizza face ass.
Tommy the
Hitman Hearns.
Damn, that was mine.
I'm sorry, but if I have to go first,
I'll take him.
Exactly. With that being said,
I did the same thing.
Though this show is called Martin, and yes, Martin is still technically in the episode. This is one of the earlier episodes where you see less of the character Martin. Who you see is Shanae, who is obviously still played by Martin. But majority of the episode is not Martin focused. It's more about Gina. She makes a mistake. She thinks that she loses her. Martin's like, what were they? Piston tickets? I don't know. Bull tickets.
Front row center court.
All right, man.
Yes.
Of course, you guys remember the seats for the tickets.
I'm sorry. This was Bad Boys Pistons versus Bulls. Like this was.
It wasn't Bad Boys. It wasn't Bad Boys. It was Grant Hill Pistons.
Oh, well, it was Grant Hill Pistons. Okay. Was it Dennis Rodman Pistons?
You said, see how you're going off on a tangent about what doesn't matter.
Oh, go ahead.
The show's not real.
But the teams were
Anyway,
they were amazing.
Gina's losing her mind. She got dug in the trash. She looks like a dumpster. She smells like a dumpster. Shanae sees them out in the hall. She just so happens to have fantastic tickets, and she essentially makes Gina work for them. So Gina goes to work at Shanae's shop. And long story short, apparently you need heavy machinery to do pedicures at Shanae's shop. And this is actually true. So for people who don't be knowing about doing hair, stay in your lane. Gina, dumbass, giving people perms where she's not supposed to. She ends up half baldness. Somebody. And
Myra,
so it's very
looking like Myra, looking like CJ.
Yes, so it's very crazy. But what I really love about it is it's the show expanding outside of where it started. And so it was one of like the more memorable parts to me, because this is when like Martin changed it to a whole nother ball game, and I really started to like it more. And so I picked it for that reason as well. But yeah, obviously Martin has a plethora, hundreds of episodes if you don't know. And so trying to narrow it down to some of your favorite moments is always really hard. But yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a woman and there's a beauty shop center or whatever it is. I just think it was expanding like their type of humor, and I was here for that, if that makes sense. So that's my choice.
I'm going to surprise a lot of people. Number one, first things first. I love Shenanigans. Shenanigans is amazing. First things first. There, to me, I mean, I watched almost every last single episode in the last past 2 weeks, and there's really no bad episodes to me personally. So I'm really no bad things to say. Like I have like little hints and stuff, but I don't have really bad things to say about any episode up here. With that also being said, I know how I felt about things when I was younger watching this, and how I feel watching it now. I think my comedic self is changed a little bit. With that also being said, this was going to be my number one pick. This would be my number one pick. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually had before when these picks came out on the message, I had somebody else with number one, because I always thought it would be number 2 or 3 anyway. I had numbers to be number one. However, I'm getting number one because this episode gave me the most laughs from beginning to end. Now, every last single episode that we have has at least one scene that is fucking hilarious. like iconic Martin scenes. Every last one of us has that one iconic Martin scene, and I love it. And I love it. I love them. I love those scenes. However, if we're talking about the best episode, I need to laugh from beginning to end. And from beginning, when they was on that chair on Martin's sofa, talking about Martin said, "Yeah, I should give him to the person that wins calls into radio." Oh, fuck them! They start dancing. They start dancing until the end when on that same sofa. And he comes back in and says, "You know what your hair?" And he bounced and said, "Oh my goodness!" Like, and start talking like her. And then even the bloopers at the end when he got this got that big ass sandpaper. That's what it's called. Shaving her bunions down or her corners down.
Oh, the fucking
Oh my goodness! Oh my god, that shit is fucking hilarious.
belt sander.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not how you do it. She gets the safety glasses.
Oh, that's just amazing.
From beginning to end, this one is the funniest one to me. It's not. Here's the thing. I know Evan said he saw rankings. I see all rankings as well. It's not up there with actually the 3 is coming up. However, to me, as an older adult, and my maturity level was going, this is from beginning to end. This is the funniest one out of all of them.
Yeah, I agree with you on all of it. Like all these episodes are fucking fantastic. So it's pretty much just nitpicking. Like that's all it's going to be. It's just like nitpicking the episodes because they're all fucking amazing. They're all fucking hilarious. And This episode 3 is one of the most complete episodes of the entire series. It has everything. It's got funny humor. It's got blackmail. It's got personal servitude. It's got betrayal. It hits almost all my entertainment buttons. I absolutely love this episode. I can't believe I had forgotten about it. This shit's fucking amazing, and I can't fuck with it.
The only reason why I didn't give that I can't fuck with it, I'm still picking number one because it's overall funny to me. However, the only reason why I can't fuck with it because it missed one thing for me, and that's my favorite part of the whole series. And from the begin with, it was no Martin versus Pam in this at all.
Oh, you didn't need that though. You have fucking Sinead versus fucking
I love Sinead versus no. I love Sinead versus
fucking
Pam.
plucking the shit out of Gina.
I love Sinead versus Pam. He said, you want these tickets? Make her sing "Oh McDonald's" onto the wall. To the wall.
Make the wall.
On this farm, they start about the rumble. So listen, I love the Sinead versus Pam, but my favorite part of the whole series is Sinead versus Martin, and we get to that next topic. But it didn't have that. Don't get me wrong, it's still getting number one for me, but it didn't have that, so I can't fuck with it. So,
this was my first time really like sitting down and watching Martin episodes. As a kid from the 90s, I was always told it's like you're either on like Fresh Prince or you watch Martin, one of the two. I know a lot of people watch both of them, but I was just the guy that I watch Fresh Prince more than I watch anything else. However, this was funny. To me, Martin is always funnier when he's playing one of his other characters because of how over the top those characters are. Shanae was hilarious. And then everybody knows Jerome. Everybody knows Jerome. So when I say I was looking at this list of the top 10 episodes, this was the lowest ranked one out of all of our episodes. With that being said, it got 8 on the list that I saw. But on a show with 132 episodes, it's not bad. Cam, the episode you were thinking of with the boxer is called Guard Your Grill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, so I like Martin's character work. I like when he's, out of his comfort zone or doing something else. Like Dre said, when he had Pam up against the wall singing and she started singing, and he's like, "No, put some soul in it." I was laughing. So no, this is a solid episode. Yeah, I liked it.
I got one honorable mention now. All right. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Season 2, episode 11. That's fucking Gina's first Thanksgiving. She's fucking we're both fucking Martin's family and Gina's fucking conservative parents fucking come by for Thanksgiving. That shit is fucking amazing. Shit is fucking hilarious, dude. Fuck Uncle Junior and Sonny. Yeah, Uncle Junior and his son Sonny. Oh my goodness, those two. Okay, you talk about that? Wait, you talk about that? You talk about that? Oh.
Rest in peace to Pops, by the way. That was so sad.
Oh yes,
and Tommy,
yes.
And Tommy. By
yes.
the way.
Oh, Tommy died too.
Tommy died a couple years ago.
Wait, what?
Man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died 3 years ago.
Oh yeah. That's
we got CJL sad now.
Well, yeah. Rest in peace. Anyway, all right. That's my honorable mention. And the episode I picked was Suspicious Minds, season 2, episode 17. Okay. All right. Yeah, it starts off with Martin being a fucking show off as usual. Fucking got a brand new fucking $400 CD player. $400 CD player. Showing it off to everybody. Now, it comes up missing. And so fucking bitch ass Stan fucking gets him to believe that one of his closest friends or girlfriend fucking stole it. So he goes on a tangent, this fucking hilarious fucking binge of fucking interrogating each one of his friends. And they're like, and the interrogations are fucking stupid as shit, fucking hilarious. During the investigation, you come to find out that fucking Cole got a fucking shitload of hemorrhoids, and that Pam's breath smelled like boiled bologna. No, the interrogation is fucking amazing. And then it all boils down to this fucking this one New Jack City style fucking blowout, dude. Fucking it's the shit. When he comes out with that fucking stuffed dog and you start fucking sniffing everybody, and all of a sudden it's like no, I'm sorry, I was pissed myself. Like, I can't do that. No, that shit's fucking amazing. And fucking the whole episode is fucking great, especially when you find out fucking like what happened to the CD player and who had it. It's dude, that shit. That shit's fucking great. But I can't talk more about it. It's just fucking great.
Can we talk about the fact that Cole's lifelong dream was to be the guy that puts the sandwiches back in the vending machines?
But the man would not give him that much power.
He was one of my favorite parts of this episode, honestly, Cole. From the hemorrhoid thing to being the guy who wants to put the sandwiches back in the machines. Martin fucking with the chain with the turtleneck. Oh my god. Like it was funny. And then to find out it was Bro Man the whole time.
Yeah.
And then like Martin's all hard to everybody, and then Bro Man comes in and Martin's like, hey, like it was good. Did any like obviously you guys might have noticed this. One of my favorite parts of this whole episode was when he's doing the whole dog shtick at the final interrogation, and all you see is Tommy just breaking character and fucking can't hold his laughter back. There's times where he's just like he has to look away. I love when I see a character break character on screen because of someone's acting.
That dog scene was fucking hilarious.
It was hilarious. And
sit.
Well,
sit, lay.
The thing about that scene is that nobody knew what he was going to do. That's all improv.
That makes sense. That makes so much
sense.
Let me see.
Because everybody was hurt trying to fucking hold this shit together.
Look at that scene to show you how quick friends turn on each other. Like, nah, like you point your finger at somebody. It was Cole. Nah, man, it was Pam. Nah, it was Tommy.
They stole each other out so fast.
It wasn't even a thing. It was so quick. This episode, on that list that I was talking about, this was, according to IMDb, which is where I got my list from, it's the number 2 rated Martin episode of all time.
Nice.
And it was good. I'm not saying I'm gonna go back and do a whole deep dive on Martin now because I ain't got time for that. But these episodes, one of the core factors of all these episodes to me is that this show, it really is just about the core people. Like when I was looking at the cast list and all that stuff, seeing that, the next after the main 5, after Cole, Tommy, Pam, Martin, and Gina, no one else has been in more than half the episodes. So that it's such a good chemistry. And to even hear that scene was unscripted, and it was just flying by the seat of Martin's pants, and watching the characters' reaction. That's just funny to me.
This episode is hilarious. One, because like he still ends up getting scammed. And it's by the person that said, I'll be scamming people. Stan legit was just like, he was my best friend. And I slept with his wife. Like,
oh, yeah.
And he still don't listen to Stan. Yeah. Like, Stan would be the person I would never listen to. But hey, what do I know? Of course, it all boils down to the biggest scene, which is the New Jack City playoff, where he tells Cole, his $5 ass down before he make change. Like, and of course, is strolling in. And so I'm just like, my biggest thing that I like about this episode is this is the beginning of the direct Tommy, what the fuck is your job part of the show. Like,
I work in the white building. I got transferred from the white building. Well, where you work now? The black building.
Across the
street.
This is where they start implying things, and now being much older, it's obvious that he's a drug dealer. But when I was younger, I was just like, damn, what do he do? Like, and I was like, no, they said it on episode and I just can't remember. But I don't know if they actually do, because no one knows what the fuck Tommy's job is. You're not even sure if, like, even after watching the show, you're not sure if you know what he does, like, or if they even discuss it. And so that's the biggest thing for me, because I did try to like I didn't make it all the way through the end of season 5, but I did try to watch as much of it as possible. And so watching the transitions is kind of becomes the big points for me, because you're like watching almost like the show grow, you know? And so this is a very, very, very hilarious episode, but I don't know if it's like, I can see why the New Jack City part makes like the whole thing like, and it steals it. But I'm just like, outside of that part, like the beginning and middle are only just like standard Martin for me. You know what I mean? Like, had that improv gone left, the whole episode would have felt completely different. So that's the only reason why it's not like as highly rated for me as it is for like the standard person, because in hindsight, like 1/4 or 1/3 of the show carried the whole episode.
About the episode, CJ, before when we said we was going to do this episode, I was dead certain that you was gonna I can't fuck with it. I was definitely dead certain that this motherfucker's right here. I can't fuck with it. I actually wanted this episode. I tried to take it. I was dead certain on giving you I can't fuck with it. That New Jack City scene, which I said once, said twice, is my favorite gangster movie of all time. That part right there is fucking amazing. That shit was great. That one part is fucking amazing. I wouldn't say that. However, again, me going back on everything, I have to watch it again. Cam is right. Cam is right. The only other funny part to me was it wasn't even all three the friends coming to Nipsey's. It was just that one Pam part when he said her breast like boy baloney.
And she was like, nah, that's your feet burning.
That shit was funny. All right. So I was so willing, like ready to give you the I can't fuck with it, but Cam is definitely right. There's that one part that is actually the highlight. Again, like I said, every last episode has that one iconic part to it, and that's it. But then after that, there's nothing else to give me outside of finding out that Cole has hemorrhoids. Pam and Martin loves the same movies, but she has bad breath, and Tommy's a drug dealer. That's it.
She doesn't actually have bad breath. Why do you keep saying that like it's stated as a fact?
Okay, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that next scene, because it wasn't stated as the fact, but they bumped her breath. Hey, listen, if you're gonna keep bumping motherfucker's breath the whole show, like it was from season 1 to season 5, you got bad breath.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that because there is some evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is evidence.
Says her breath like train smoke. On 4 album mentions that I had to do these. Number 1, the pilot. The pilot for Martin. Wasn't for that pilot, it wouldn't be no Martin. Step. I don't know why you're here. Step. That's just hilarious to me. All right. Number 2, season 2, episode 11. Martin goes to Hollywood. You meet Barnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Bounce them on their knees. All right. Number 3, season 3, episode 16. When Martin don't pay his rent. All right.
Oh God.
Martin don't pay his rent. they send Cole out to the cold. He sees the devil. Fucking hustle man got dead pictures on the dead pictures on the branch. All right. The landlord was fucking somebody else's girl in the apartment, and Pam did the best bust to Martin ever when he said he was a leprechaun that he magically delicious, and then he just broke out and started laughing. Like, that shit's hilarious. So shout out to that one. And then if I didn't choose this, the one I'm choosing now, I probably would choose this. Season 2, episode 2, when Martin goes to his reunion. Ricky Fontaine. Pretty Ricky with the cards. All right. Pam was Gina was tore up to the floor up. He was trying to stunt on everybody. All right. Gina. Sorry, Gina was Gina was stormed to the floor up. Mark was trying to stunt on everybody. That shit was hilarious. That shit was just fucking funny as shit to me.
That
That was
episode,
his
by the
fault.
way, is called "Really Gina Is Not My Lover."
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
My choice is season 3, episode 24, Romantic Weekend.
Getaway.
No, it's Romantic Weekend.
Is it weekend? Oh, I thought it said
Yeah.
Getaway. My bad.
No, yeah, no, it was Romantic Weekend.
Romantic Weekend.
Got you.
When you get to this point in the show, you already know that Martin's cheap.
Cheap.
He's cheap. He didn't want to do anything. So when Pam and Tommy started dating around this time, he felt a little pressure to do some stuff for his girl. All right. So he decided to take Gina on a trip off of damn cereal box to Chilligan's Island. Chilligan's Island. All right. All right. I really like this episode because to me, I had two parts that's funny as hell. I'll get to, but you can find some comedy almost all the way through, even with the Pam versus Martin. That's how I love. Like he said, the horse downstairs is your aunt, some shit like that. Some shit like talking about. And then, like I said, iconic scenes when Martin was fought that little rat mouse shit, wherever that was, and then Pam,
the puppy, the puppy.
They ain't no damn puppy. They ain't no damn puppy. And then Pam did the same thing, and then the motherfucker came back at the end. Yo, that shit was. That's every episode has an iconic scene. So, yes, that's my pick. That's just hilarious to me. That's just funny as fuck.
Yeah, like all right, I definitely got to hit on about fucking Martin being fucking cheap as shit. Man. Fucking, dude, no, it annoys me in this series about how cheap. The thing is, he's not cheap though. He'll spend top dollar on a fucking electronics, on his fucking fit, on his fucking shoes, everything. He'll spend top dollar on everything, but his woman. Like no. When it comes to fucking forking money for anything else,
$400 CD player.
Yeah, but it won't get her nothing. He's stingy. How you stingy as fuck like that to your fiance? They go fucking take her on a fucking trip to go take her on a fucked up trip to fucking Death Trap Island.
Chilligan's Island.
I hate. I don't know. That shit was fucked up. I didn't. That's the part I didn't like. But the thing is, the episode is fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking. Oh man, no. I laughed or I fucking choked every time he tried to fight that fucking rodent. The thing is, when he fought it himself, he was losing. Like, he was getting his ass whooped like almost the entire time. Then he finally got it out. The only time he won was when fucking Pam was fucking helping him. Pam was beating the shit out that motherfucker.
Pam got hands. Pam got hands. Like she's giving the combo.
Yeah, she came up quick. She was letting him have it. She let him have it, and he was just like helping out a little bit. Yeah, but when he was fighting by himself, though, fuck, that little rodent was beating the shit out of him. But the episode is fucking hilarious. Martin and his cheapness gets on my nerves, but the episode is fucking hilarious.
This episode was really. I was going to pick this episode, and I even told Dre, I was like, Dre, you're a fucking asshole. Because initially, Dre, didn't you initially? This is your pick. Oh, sorry. I was like, Dre, you're an asshole. I got confused for a second.
Yeah, initially I wanted CJ pick.
Yeah, you wanted the CD episode. That's right. So y'all are gonna hate me for saying this. I like the episode, but for some reason, Gina was just annoying to me in this. But I also understand that that's just Gina's character, and she plays it well. With that being said, Martin and Pam stole the fucking episode. Like the fight with the rat, the fight with each other, when Tommy was like, I got my girl a horse ride, and he's like, well, it was pretty cheap because you got the horse right here. That had me dying. The moment where like where they're trying to get their freak on, and they're like, do you hear something? And they take the mirror down, and it's a hole to the next room. I'm like, oh my god, how cheap is this play? Oh my god, no, it was.
Wait, he got her locked away from Hoochie Secret.
Hoochie Secret. Oh, I got you some Hoochie Secret.
That shit was this fucking big.
It looked like
I trying to put it on.
I thought he got her nipple pasties, bro. I thought he got her pasties, but it was like an actual outfit. She's like, I'm gonna get this shit off.
She got it around her wrist.
I was dying. The fight scene with the rat, like when Martin pinned the rat on the chest, it was like bop, bop, bop. I was laughing so hard. No, this was a great episode. On my list that I read on IMDb, this is the number one ranked episode according to IMDb for Martin. So it's a good episode. Like I said, I haven't watched the show enough to know if that's just how Gina is. I know that in the 4 episodes, this just seemed like the most over the top annoying that I felt, but everyone else kind of picked it up and carried it to the point where it didn't really take away from the episode.
To answer your question, Evan, they changed her annoyingness and like whininess in certain parts of the seasons and episodes to just play like they play to whatever story they're trying to tell, and sometimes it makes her character a little inconsistent. But we'll discuss that later in our freeform part of the topic. But as far as for this episode, this is probably one of the number one episodes that will come to a Martin watcher's mind because of the rodent fight scenes, because technically there's 2, even though the one that you remember is the one at the end, where it's Martin and Pam versus
Tag
the
team.
Weasel. Let's call it the Weasel.
The Weasel.
But it's another one of those things. Like when I rewatched it, I realized I didn't even remember how they got to the vacation. Like that really didn't matter. The only thing that matters is that they fight this Weasel. And that is hilarious, and it keeps coming back, and it's like, but I'm just like, other than that though, it was actually kind of annoying until they got to that part, because it's pretty much Martin and Pam versus, Martin and Gina versus Pam and Tommy on, who's more romantic and all this other like really petty, stupid stuff that I don't think friends at that level would actually be arguing about. Like that one seemed like filler stuff just to get to the part that they plan to be really funny, if that makes sense. Because it was just like, and especially because this is what, season 3, I think.
Season 3.
Yeah, so like by this point, the show has evolved so much that it was very weird for them to kind of put them in that situation. Even Tommy, who they built to be like this really like the mature one who's going to make the smart choices, and so it didn't really fit many of their like normal character storylines, but it just ends super funny, so you really don't care, you know what I mean, especially like back then. But looking back on it now, I'm just like, this hit different before. However, with that being said, Pam and Martin versus the Weasel is fucking hilarious. It is absolutely fucking hilarious, especially when they throw it and it comes back and Pam holds it so that Martin can like. It's very funny, and it's one of the few times you'll see like Martin and Pam have like a temporary truce, which I love. I also don't know if many people realize, probably talk on this more, Pam is pretty much the female version of Martin, like in a lot of ways, and people don't really notice that as far as for like character balance. But yeah, overall, the episode like is memorable. It's not something, if you've ever watched Martin, you don't remember. Like, it's just not a thing. But rewatching it, it's just that, again, that 20%, 15% of the show carried the entire thing. So
people always talk about the fight with the rodent, right? Pam, and the second fight was Pam Martin versus the Rodent. People don't like if you ever watch it and watch like closely, watch Tommy in the background. That shit is fucking hilarious. Like I don't know what he's doing. Like he's fighting air.
And then he's like,
He's in the background. He's in the background.
He mentioned something about trying to protect you. I was like, bro, you didn't even go over there.
He was in the background.
Yo, when that first fight popped off, when Pam hopped in, and then Martin's behind Pam, then Gina's behind Martin, and then Tommy's behind Gina.
Way in the back.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. He's gonna
when
pin me
it's
if I got
over,
your
you
back.
see him get around Pam like, I got you. I'm just like,
I chose Booze in the House, which also was trying to be Cam's pick. Before Cam, I told Cam I picked that one. I felt bad. I was gonna give her that one. But so Booze in the House. It's a Halloween-based episode, obviously, where Martin surprises Gina with basically putting a down payment on their dream house, and for some reason, even in 1996, $50,000 is cheap. They go to the house, obviously, on their way to Nipsey's for a Halloween party. Not to mention, Tommy walks in dressed as Shaq. I was like, because I wasn't aware of the time frame. Like, I knew it was a 90s show. Totally forgot Shaq was a Laker by now. I still thought Shaq was in Orlando. So he showed up dressed like Shaq. I was like, Shaq's a Laker by now? I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. You got Martin as Ike, Gina as Tina, which that's great. Gina, Tina. I forgot exactly what Pam was supposed to be and Cole, but
just a cowgirl.
Okay. I know Cole was the scarecrow that he had since he was 9 years old.
Every single year.
Because his mom wanted to get his money's worth.
Yeah, the scarecrow from the Wiz.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay. So they go to the house and fucking Mr. T sells them the house. Puts a down payment on for $3,000, signs it over, and then of course some shit goes wrong. Cole goes missing. They split up, which everyone knows in a horror movie you're not supposed to do. And it's just a funny fucking episode. They end up finding out that it was Mr. T all along, aka was it Mr. Jenkins?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jenkins all along, like a fucking good old fashioned episode of Scooby-Doo. I'm assuming that might be an inspiration to this episode, was like a Scooby-Doo-esque kind of thing. So
obviously I love that episode. Tried to pick it. I feel like the Halloween episodes, which is why the other one was my honorable mention, they're one of the ones that are guaranteed to have built the story all the way through. And so it's a little insensitive, right? It starts off, everybody's coming in their costumes. Gina's just like Tina. Martin's telling her to sing. He's just like Ike.
Oh,
and
my
then he's
God.
like, sing the song like I
Sing it out.
and takes his shoe and like
You took that boot off.
right.
It's so fucked up, but it's so funny.
The thing about it though, okay, so it is fucked up. I'm not saying that it's fucked up, and I'm not saying people shouldn't laugh.
No.
However, though, we gotta realize that back in the 90s, that kind of humor, especially Martin or most comedians will touch on that and make people laugh at that.
It wasn't insensitive back then.
No,
like
that was no. It's definitely still insensitive.
Well, it's much more now.
Yeah, but definitely much more now.
I already knew that, but thanks.
Well, no, people everywhere a-hole.
Well, I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, if you don't know what the comedy was like back then, we can't really help you. The whole show is gonna be
facts.
Like the whole show is gonna be a problem for you, and we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love this episode. I think it's hilarious, beginning to end. Are there a few parts where you're just like, but it's a solid episode. It's a solid episode with jokes along the entire way. Like you get a little bit of everything. And then just to tie off with a nice little bow, they catch Mr. Jenkins in, as Evan would say, their Scooby-Doo way. And then he gets taken out by the police and the shit's still on it afterwards.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And they just dip off.
Get the stepping.
And so I just overall, I like a little bit of horror in my life. And it's just overall, I like the episode. I like the episode. I don't really have much to say. Is it a little slow? Yeah, but I love it.
If nobody knows like the behind the scenes part about Martin, which we will get to next topic, this is around this time is where Martin's starting to dip, started to go this way, and we'll get into the reason why later. I'm not saying this is a bad episode. I may want to make sure that I get that clear. I'm not saying this is a bad episode. However, like I said, every episode that we did, there's one major thing that happens, and the reveal, or the knight touching Martin's shoulder, or Pam running through the wall or a door. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's funny. It's solid funny. The reason and when I said the control or Cam's pick was funny from front to end, it was haha funny. This was haha I seen it already funny. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense because you've seen it done in other shows and stuff like that.
So I'm gonna say it wasn't wrong. Like, I mean, it has more stuff to it. Like, I like, again, I love the Pam and Martin clashes. However, it didn't hit. It didn't give me that body blow like everything else did. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I love this episode's hilarious. It's just, I don't think it's as funny as the other picks. A lot of the other picks we did. I don't think it was as funny as them, but it was still funny. Especially when fucking the bearskin rug following Cole. That was hilarious. That was funny as shit. And fucking Mr. fucking T with a full head of fucking nappy hair. I absolutely love that. That was amazing hearing all of this shit. The thing about this episode that really got me, that actually just really annoyed the shit out of me was fucking Pam. And her scary ass and how she's willing to fucking lead everybody. Like anytime something happens, she's ready to go. Like fuck everybody else, she gone.
Fuck everybody but me.
Thank you. Fuck everybody but me.
Gina said the same thing though. Gina said, "Listen, we will leave. We'll come back for Cole, and we come back home tomorrow."
No. She just said that one time. Gina said one time. All right, we can leave. We can come back for Cole. After a bunch of people had already disappeared. No, Cole fucking did. Pam's ready to go. Every time something happens, no, Pam's ready to go. No, period. Leave everybody. Fuck you. I ain't coming back. No, but at least Gina.
That seemed like the most realistic part.
Back. Yeah, no, Pam's like, no, fuck everybody. No, fuck everybody leaving. Fuck everybody leaving. And she did it multiple fucking times. Like even with fucking her man.
That's that armed forces in you that want to stay around and save people.
My point exactly.
Hell yeah.
We keep saying that every single time he say he want to save a hoe. Like let's go.
Yeah.
This ain't like burglars. This is ghosts. What the fuck you want to do?
Hey, we don't know they did or not. They just lost in the house. We can find them and get them out. Now, if I see a dead body, okay, I'm out. No, that's different. No, we don't know
by the time you see the body, it's too late because you're in the basement.
Okay, hold on. I got that. I was gonna let it rock. Like I said, this CJ, Pam, literally, Cole bounce. Okay, so they went to go find them. And then this question just for Cole. You with the tallest, quote unquote, strongest person of the group, which is Tommy. I'm not saying he's a hero because he obviously he's a bitch from the last one. However,
he just disappeared.
He disappears through a fucking number one. A skeleton pops up off the bed. First thing first, I ain't got this truth. First thing first, I'm going. You see that skeleton? That's bounce. It's a wrap. All right. So, but she stayed. But she stayed then. Yeah. And then he went through the closet and we wasn't there. I'm supposed to stay there? Fuck out of here.
Okay. All right. I think you're right. I think it's misconstrued the way I think. All right. Now we all just when they first did fucking get and they first said get to stepping, that's when you leave. Yes. Right then and there. You don't stay around. Yeah. Go. That's where I want to go. Now. If one of my people end up missing, I want to try to find them. I don't try to leave my people behind.
It was cold.
That's it. Wow. Yeah. All right, that's another thing. I'm trying to find my people who want to get out and fucking get everybody out. Okay.
That's some
But
hall monitor ass shit.
Oh my
yeah, no, but I'm saying,
because if I say, listen,
you could.
If shit start moving, that's not supposed to move, and the skeletons and shit, I'm leaving it. I will fight a human.
Yes, we all should leave now. Problem. All of us.
If my ancestors say it's Tam, it's time to go, bitch, I'm gone. Like,
yeah. I'm saying, no, I would have drugged everyone out there. Like, she was like, dude, this house is nice, man. I love it here. Get out. Oh, yeah, too bad I can't stay. Like, yeah, we gone. Like, now. Fuck that. Soon when the house starts talking, get the fuck out. Period.
That's definitely number one.
Yeah. That's why this episode's not really realistic, dude. Because fucking, dude, it's a group of black people. Soon as the house will start talking, everybody gone.
I think it started talking to
everybody was sitting there.
No. The first thing that scary thing was the house said get out.
The moment Mr. T left the house, it said get out.
Yeah, he thought the neighbor yelling at his kids.
Okay. I'm actually going to put the romantic getaway number 1 because the rodent fight is classic. I'm going to put Control number 2 because of Martin's character work in that episode. Obviously, that was my first time being introduced to both Shanae and Jerome. A player from the Himalayas. Number 3, I will put Booze in the House because the humor is funny. I know it's kind of like people are hesitant to laugh at shit that's very touchy, but I enjoyed that episode. And then 4 for me will be Suspicious Minds, I think is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it's a bad episode, but majority of the good episode comes towards the end for me. So,
Control, season 2, episode 7.
So,
A Booze in the House, season 5, episode 5. Damn, yours is so tiny. Romantic Weekend, season 3, episode 24. And then The CD Player, season 2, episode 12.
Control number 1, Romantic Weekend number 2, Suspicious Minds number 3, and Booze in the House number 4.
Shit, me and CJ almost had the same ranking. All right, so I got Control number 1 because it's overall as a almost 33-year-old man, it's overall funny to me. That's from beginning to end, it's just funny to me. So that's number 1. Number 2. I'm not listen. No disrespect to Kim or Evan, but Suspicious Mind. Even though that one part was the main part, and it had some good parts in the beginning too, but that one part again, I'm a big fan of New Jack City. That's nostalgia. So Suspicious Mind is gonna get number 2 for me. And I know Kim hates when I say it, but Pam's breast might train smoke me or boy baloney. So shit's fucking hilarious. Number 3 is number 3 is Romantic Weekend, and that's the rodent and Chilikins Island and buying a fucking trip from a fucking cereal box.
But I'll be damned if I wouldn't have been. Well,
yeah, no, he said we need 10 more of these. 10
more needs to go.
The box tops.
And then the Booze in the House because that's when the show started going downhill. And again, it's still funny, but it wasn't. To me personally, it wasn't up to the level of the first 3.
What it should be.